Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news, so Lions fans, buckle up, because what we're hearing right now is shaking the foundation of the NFL landscape, and it could be a game changer for our beloved team. Rumors are swirling about a blockbuster trade involving the Tennessee Titans, and believe me, this isn't just some off-season gossip. We're talking about a potential seismic shift that might redefine how Detroit approaches the postseason in the coming years. And it all centers around Jeffrey Simmons, the Titans' star defensive tackle, potentially heading north to Detroit. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Really? Simmons? That's huge. And yes, it absolutely is. Simmons has been a force to be reckoned with in the interior defensive line, a true disruptor who can collapse the pocket and stuff the run better than most in the league. The rumors, as reported by ESPN's Jeremy Fowler and other insiders like Rossini, suggest that the Titans are open to trading Simmons in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft, plus a fourth-round pick in 2027. That's a significant haul for a player of Simmons' caliber, and it signals that Tennessee is in rebuild mode after a tough start this season. The Titans, sitting at a dismal 1-9 record and buried under a massive cap hole of around $20. $2 million are clearly in tank mode. They're trying to clear cap space, especially to extend the contract of their promising young quarterback, Will Levis. The team's offensive output has been anemic, averaging just 14. 3 points per game, and their defense, despite Simmons' presence, hasn't been enough to keep them competitive. The idea is to rebuild, reset, and reload, and part of that process might involve trading away their best defensive player. For Detroit, this could be the kind of move that propels the team into another gear. Simmons' impact on the field is undeniable. In 2025, he's been a beast with 23 solo tackles, 10 assists, and 33 combined stops in just 8 games. He's accumulated 5 sacks and 7 tackles for loss, and his PFF run defense grade is an impressive 92.1, with a pass rush win rate of 26%. His EPA per snap sits at 0.18, and he's been double-teamed about 32% of the time, which speaks volumes about how offenses have to scheme around him. When healthy, Simmons is a nightmare for quarterbacks and a run-stopping force that can alter the entire offensive game plan. His career numbers are even more impressive: 28 sacks, 150 tackles, and an average of over 5.2 tackles per year since entering the league. His injury history includes a shoulder injury that cost him some time in Week 6, but since returning, he's maintained his disruptive presence. His relentless motor and versatility, twisting, stunts, and collapsing the pocket, make him a perfect fit for a Detroit Lions team that's been seeking interior dominance. The Lions, with an 8-3 record and sitting comfortably in the NFC playoff picture, are looking to make a deep run. Their defense has shown flashes of brilliance, but has also been hampered by injuries and inconsistency. The addition of Simmons could be the missing piece, a true anchor on the interior that elevates the entire front. Their current interior defensive line, led by Alim McNeill before his groin injury in Week 8, has struggled at times to generate pressure and stop the run. Opponents have been able to run the ball effectively, averaging 4.2 yards per carry, which is higher than Detroit's usual standards. Bringing in Simmons could immediately boost those numbers, pushing that average down and making it tougher for offenses to find rhythm. And let's not forget, Simmons' presence could also help the Lions' pass rush. With 4.2 sacks on the year, he already provides a potent pass rush threat. Pairing him with players like Aiden Hutchinson or James Houston could unleash a nightmare scenario for NFC North quarterbacks. Imagine Simmons drawing double teams, freeing up Hutchinson to get after the quarterback, or creating interior pressure that leads to quick throws and turnovers. If Detroit can secure Simmons, it's like adding a cornerstone to a defense that's already on the rise. But the trade isn't just about raw talent, it's also a strategic move. The Titans are capping out, and their focus is on cap space and draft capital. By moving Simmons, they're opening up room to extend Levis, who has shown flashes of potential as the franchise QB. It's a classic rebuild move, and Detroit stands to benefit immensely if the deal goes through. the impact on the NFC North would be equally significant. The division has been relatively balanced, with the Vikings, Packers, and Lions all vying for supremacy. But with Simmons anchoring the Lions' defensive line, their chances of winning more games and making a playoff push increase exponentially. The Lions have been close this year. A few key stops here, a turnover there, and adding a player like Simmons could be the difference between a good season and a great one. It's about setting a tone, establishing dominance inside, and sending a message to the rest of the NFL that Detroit isn't just a playoff contender but a serious Super Bowl threat. Now, from a strategic standpoint, the Lions would need to make some salary cap moves to fit Simmons under the cap. But considering how the current cap situation is shaping up, and the potential trade value, it's a move that can be justified if it means elevating the defense to elite status. Plus, with the team already invested in young talent like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff, and the defensive stars like Hutchinson, adding Simmons would complement that core perfectly. Of course, the skeptics might point out the risk involved in trading away future draft picks, especially for a player who has had some injury concerns. But Simmons' talent level and his ability to change games make him worth the gamble. His potential to be a franchise-defining player on the defensive line is undeniable. Plus, with the Lions' current trajectory, they're in a prime position to contend. Adding Simmons could be the final piece needed to push them over the top. And just think about the playoff scenario. If Simmons joins Detroit and continues to perform at this level, he could be the kind of player that makes the difference in close games, especially in the postseason. His ability to clog running lanes and generate interior pressure would make the Lions' defense a nightmare for opposing offenses. His presence could also help in neutralizing some of the division rivals' key offensive weapons, giving Detroit an even greater edge in matchups like against the Vikings or Packers. In summary, this trade could be a game changer. The Titans, in their rebuild and cap-strapped situation, are making a bold move to clear cap space and acquire draft capital. Meanwhile, the Lions are poised to bolster their interior defensive line with a disruptive force who's already proven his worth in the league. It's a strategic pivot that could elevate Detroit from a playoff team to a legitimate Super Bowl contender, especially if Simmons can stay healthy and continue to dominate up front. Of course, all of this hinges on the trade actually happening, but the signs are pointing strongly in that direction. If Simmons becomes a Lion, fans will be talking about this move for years to come, like the kind of move that shifts the entire division and sets Detroit up for sustained success. It's the kind of bold step that Lions fans have been dreaming of, and it could finally be happening. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you think Simmons is the missing piece to push the Lions over the edge? Or do you have concerns about giving up draft picks for a player who might have injury issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions as a whole. Remember, this isn't just about one player. It's about the future of this franchise, the kind of team we've all been dreaming of. The team that rises, dominates, and finally brings that Lombardi trophy back to Detroit. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Lions news. We're all in this together and the future looks brighter than ever.